Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Stranded Deep, shall we? Our water still is working, but you can visually see that we are running low on palm fronds, so I'm just going to hold tab and interact with my pile, and then just add these here, get that going. I am thirsty, so I'll do that. I am actually getting a little bit hungry. My SPF is not doing well because of the sun, so let's see if we can find some aloe vera. Usually grows on the beach, the aloe vera, so you kind of do a cycle around, if there is any. If there's not, it's really not that bad. It's not the end of the world. You can get some nasty sun poisoning, unfortunately, but we're just going to do the best that we can to try to find a solution. Now, I want this... No. This coconut is already opened, so I don't need it, but I am going to open it and just go ahead and eat the food. I'm going to take this coconut right here, and we need this for making another water still, but we're running very, very low on fibrous plants. So what I'm going to do is just go to my containers over here, and I'm going to start putting in some stuff. This cloth, anything I don't need to carry with me. The rock and the stick, you usually will just make a pile for those, but that's fine. And now what I'm going to do is quickly start going into these wrecks that are right by me. So this wreck, it's same, you can see it's the exact same ship that we were in before, but it was deeper. So there is a container. We're going to pick this up. We're going to walk over here. We're going to open this, and there's a vehicle electric part. All of these parts that are electrical vehicle parts, that's for much later in the game. You want to have them so that you can eventually build some of the higher tech items, but they're not something that we need at the moment. So I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to take this, we'll drop it. What's in here? Well, if we want to fish, we can. I'll actually take one of these out, that's fine. And I'll show you what you can do with a fishing spear. Yeah, SPF bad. So you see there's crabs right here. Just get to where the crab is highlighted, and then you'll spear the crab. Again, it's not easy, but you'll eventually get it. And then once you have it on there, all you need to do is push left click again, and you'll pick up the crab. You can also get these sardines. Bing. And our hunting went up. Just click it again to pick it up. Alright, there's a couple of these. Perfect. So we have 2 sardine fish and a crab. And then you can come over to your fire. And it's not the aloe vera, unfortunately. That's the underwater ajuga. I'm going to pick... Well, let's just drop the crab and then drop these fish. You gotta drop them so that you can use your knife and skin them. Just hold E. Oh, you need to cook all of this stuff before you can eat it, really. Alright, so now we have skinned all of that food. I'm going to pick up the kindling, switch to it. I'm going to drop that. And then I'm going to just throw one of these on here. I'm going to drop the meat. Perfect. So now we're cooking up some food. Am I thirsty? Yeah, it's full, by the way, the water collector. You can make more flasks if you want to store water, but it's not really a big deal right now. Oh, wait, one last step before we go. Always, if you're going to go deeper out, save the game. This way, if you... And you don't have to do this. Your mileage may vary if you don't want to, load your game or something like that, and that's fine. This is what you don't want to step on, this guy. Just like sharp, spiky guy, watch out. But as you go deeper out, yeah, see, there's spikes over there. Okay, cool. A container, pick this up. Of course, your island will be different. There may be more or less wrecks and they'll be in different spots, but you get the idea of how to start investigating these. This is the first one that had a door. You just hold E to open the door, and we can get inside, and we don't even have to swim really right here or hold our breath. There is a container. Just take whatever. Alright. I mean, you don't really need that many air tanks, but that's fine. Ooh, wow. Let's see. I was looking at my own inventory. I don't really feel like I need another hammer, but I'll take it just for now. And see if there's anything else in here. You can look underwater to see. Yep, there's a container. Look at that. Hiding right back over here. Take it. And we're almost full up. But I want to just poke around a bit. Take a breath and see if we can get on the deck here. Here we go. So we'll come through this hole and walk up on the deck, and right here is another container. All right, let's see if we can get home. Just look at the water. Make sure there's no sharks swimming immediately. It looks okay. I'm gonna go. Keep your eyes peeled for Spiky. Okay, there's one over there. I think we're okay. Alright, and then we're going to come back to the fire here and just start dropping these crates. You can see we have a ton of crates, which is very good. We want as many of these as we can get, because they have stuff in them, like rations and cloth. Sometimes they'll even have rope. But this is one of the main things that we're looking for is a lantern. Let's take this. Now, you see how there's plank scrap in here? I'm just going to put in the plank scrap that I picked up. One of these has O2. This one. I'm just going to add in all my O2. I'll put in the flare gun in here. Alright, excellent. So the lantern is solar paneled. It's invincible, and it lasts forever. So it's the best. You can get these in flashlights, and they don't have to worry about batteries or anything. You just left-click to turn them on. What I like to do, if I don't need them, is just, like, drop it on my foundation, and it just lights up the area. This is done. I'm going to pick it up, and we're going to just eat this immediately. I'm going to pick up this and throw that on there. I'm going to add my stick to the fire. Excellent. Take a drink. So now all of these ships, we've searched those wrecks. Let's move around, but keep your eyes peeled for... you see our SPF is good. Swimming, going under the water, and the sun is going down. We're fine. What you want to keep your eyes peeled for are fiber. There's a ship over there. But the fiber will respawn quickly. And let's also pick up all these rocks. So just gather what you can on your island. Again, everybody's island's going to be a little bit different. This is a very small island. I'm going to make a rock pile over here. Just going to hold C for quick craft, make a rock pile. Excellent. Okay. So, I'm at a point where I don't have enough fiber on this island. So what you have to do when you run out of supplies on your island and you've searched all of your wrecks, there is one wreck that we can, you know, search still, so I'll save it. And I'll pick up my lantern. And you can just hold it out. You can actually swim with this thing. It's great. And I'm going to go check this after I've saved it, but we're going to need to go to another island to get fiber and maybe some other things as well. Rocks, perhaps. It's normal. They want you to get off the island anyway, and we have some big projects that we need to undertake. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and look down here. Just kind of keeping my eyes peeled for when this ship will appear. I'm going to breathe. Here we go. And here it is. So this ship is hard to find. And I'm going to just go down under after I get a full breath. And let's explore. Yep, there's a room in here. Okay, hold tab, nothing. Hold tab. Oh, here's 2 rope. So good. And pick up this. And our oxygen is running low. See if there's anything in here. Not really, but you can just swim straight up. Now, you really want to be careful for sharks in this situation. And here's another container. But your lantern will help you see, at least. There's some barrels. We can cut these free and use these if we want for crafting. Our raft, for example. I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to locate my island. It's here. And we're going to go. Oh, God. Alright, nice and shallow at least. This is just a barrel husk. Nothing good. Okay. Alright, perfect. Well, we got lucky. Didn't run into anything adventurous. And we got some containers and we got some rope. So this is a good start. So we're going to drop this container and this container and see what we have. We got more rations, which is just so good. And we did get a flashlight as well, and another duct tape, planks, leather. Like, all of these items are really, really good. At first, you don't really know what's good and what's not. You'll find out, basically, just as you start to try to craft things. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm just going to eat this, and we're actually full. And we'll just attach that there. Okay, so we want to make another water still. Once we get 2 of these, we'll be good for having enough water on our main island. And we need that coconut. And I put it back in one of our containers. What else do we need? We need a cloth for sure. Here's the coconut. We need a rock. And we need a palm leaf for this. Okay. By the way, I have 1 rope. I'm going to use one immediately to craft this tool belt slot. So I'm going to craft this, and I'm going to craft the coconut flask. Now, because I crafted that, I'm not going to have enough to make the water still entirely, but we'll get all the stuff that we need. Now, once you have the tool belt slot, you can see running along the bottom center of the screen, there are number keys 1 through 10. Just select your axe or whatever tool you want bound to number 1. With it held in your hands, hold down number 1 until you hear like a sound effect of you putting it on your belt. And now, if I'm on my spear, if I just push 1, I pull out my axe. So, that's just a quality of life thing. I'm going to go ahead and put my rock in this pile. I'm going to just quickly take inventory on what I have by going through some of these items that stack up, that I can make stacks of. And like this. So now I'm going to select, for example, these corrugated scraps. And let's just go over here. The food is done, that little bell sound. Oh, I can already make a container shelf. Oh, it's so tempting, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to drop these scraps right on top of this. And now I'm holding plank scraps. And I'm going to drop these next to this, like that. So I've got my planks and my corrugated stuff over here. We go. Here's another one of these. Oh, wow. Got a lot of good stuff. Oh, my inventory is full. Yes, okay. I'm going to take these scraps and just drop them up here. They don't play well. You see they're like bouncing off. It's a dream that I had that they would work well. That's okay. Just drop the planks over here. They're not going to go anywhere. No one's ever going to steal them. They don't despawn. I'm going to take my cloth. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to... how many do I have of cloth? You know, I thought you could make a cloth pile. I guess not. That's fine. Then, in that case, we just put it into a container. But let's put it all in one container so that it's easy to find. Now, you can start... I'll show you. Actually, this is a kind of fun thing you can do. Let me get the label maker. And then I'm going to use the label maker. And we can just label this box by left-clicking. And we can just call this engine parts, for example. And you see how it says engine parts on there? But also when you mouse over it, it says the name, so it's very useful. Like this one, we put in the cloth, so we could just, you know, label it cloth. And then we can go in here and take out all of the engine parts and start putting all of our... Take the spear out. Start putting everything that's like an engine part in here. Just to... Oh, fire burned out. This is done. Am I hungry? Not really. I am thirsty, though. I need to get some more palm. This container has engine parts. So does this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. Lots of them. Okay. And then just kind of stack them up so you know where they all are. And it's nice to have some empty containers if we want to put them in our raft when we go traveling. Which one of these has the O2? Okay, so like, you know, gas. Now some of these, it's not like the smartest idea to label them with only one item because you're not going to find like that much gas right now necessarily, but just giving examples of what you could do. Alright, put those in there. And the rations, for sure. We can just label this one food. And then take out the tape. One of these other ones has tape. Or I thought it did. This one? The cloth one. Yeah, I'll put it in there. That's fine. Okay. And what else do I have on me? I have 2 hammers. I don't need this at all. So this one, I'm just going to label this one tools. And I'm going to start throwing in, like, I don't need 2 hammers. Oops. Yeah, put that one in there. I'm going to put the fishing spear in there for now. Apparently I have multiple. I'm going to put the label maker in there as well. I'm done making labels. And I got my axe, so let's go get a palm tree and get some palm for our water dispenser. Now, as you're gathering materials in your own game, right now, the points of priority for us are fibrous leaves, sticks, rocks, and then those are the things that we can just gather by going around the island. You probably want to get coconuts and aloe and stuff like that if you can. But that's our focus. The other stuff is all found like in containers and things. And that's, you know, yeah, we want to get that, but of those items, what you're looking for is cloth, planks, corrugated scrap, leather, and lights. Rations are amazing. Tape is good. Engine parts, I mean, it's okay, but you're going to find more than you probably need of these things just by exploring. And then, of course, containers themselves. Now, you can find cloth on the beach, too. All right. I'm going to hold these fronds and just start adding them so that we make sure our water is nice and topped off. And then I'm going to drop this one right here. We need one for building up our next station. Okay. So if we want to make a trip to another island, what I would recommend is just open your raft storage and take out your compass. We have 4 rations in here, which is way more than we need. Find a container that's empty. This one. and just drop it inside your life raft so we can take it with us. And in case we need to bring back a bunch of supplies, it's possible. Pick an island. So this island over here, this island over here, which one looks closest? Kind of go around your island and just run around the exterior and see which island to you looks like it's the closest to you. This one looks pretty close. Okay. I like that one, but I don't really want a big rock like that at the moment. I'm going to go for this one that's over here. So what you want to do is just take out your compass and then use it. It's hard to see without the light, but this island is northeast of where we are. So just get general bearing for like where your island that you're going to is in relation to your starting island so that we can get back here. So we're going to need to come southwest to get home once we go there. All right, so once you know that it's northeast, we need to go southwest. Then put this away to free up space. And only take with you the items that you want. Check your levels. Everything is pretty good right here. So I'm going to just drink. I can take this coconut with me as an extra drink, but there's going to be coconuts on the island. And always, always, always save your game. But instead of just saving it, I'm actually going to sleep. I'm going to sleep so that we're not necessarily traveling at night the entire way. It might just be me, but it feels like night is a little bit more dangerous. I'm going to save the game. Now, you don't just, in this game, sleep like you can see the moon. It's not like you just sleep until it's daytime. You sleep, and when you wake up, you know, you're a little hungry, a little thirsty. That's fine. We can take a drink. I'm going to go ahead and get my light out. Great. All right, let's go. I'm going to jump in. And what we want to do is drag our raft out so that it's deep in the water. Oops, I don't want to grab the chest. I want to grab just this. So, one of our first objectives is to get enough supplies so that we can build our own raft. Because this raft is terrible. This raft is slow, and it's easily tipped by sharks and things, so it makes traveling dangerous. I'm just going to go this way. And once you feel like you are, deep enough, hold spacebar next to your raft and you will climb inside. Then, push E to pick up your paddle and take a look at the island you want to go to. And get it in your sights. For some reason, it's not always easy. Like, here we go. Sometimes you won't be facing the direction you want. You can't access your compass while you are paddling. I did not. Sorry. I'm like, why am I not moving? Because I didn't have my paddle selected. Okay. Now let's go. And point where you want to go, and here we go. So you can see I am now paddling. It's hard to see. You can drop your light into your raft and turn it on. But I'm getting bumped already by some friends in the water, and it's making life difficult. So it's up to you what you want to do. We saved it so we don't have to worry about it. If you start getting bumped a lot by a shark, I usually just keep going. And I say, I'm just going to pretend like it's going to be okay and keep going. If you get knocked over, you just have to flip over your raft and try to get back inside and swim away. You may get bit by the shark, but it's usually not you're dead immediately. You see how there's two islands? We might be able to go to both of them. There's actually a third island that's emerging. Just keep the island in your sights. The sun is coming up, which is nice. And you see how slow this is. And this is why you save the game. It's dangerous. but we need to do it. Now this island has rocks too, so it's kind of almost a different biome. There's islands that have slightly different compositions, and most probably on this island there will be some more dangerous threats to us. Giant crab, boar, snakes, things like that. Snakes are not too bad. Giant crabs generally actually aren't that bad either. The boars can be really rough. If it's a big one. A lot of the difficulty comes from the way that combat works, but also many of the weapons that we're going to craft right now are just god-awful. Okay, so here we are approaching the island, and you can see there's every island, at least usually, has at least multiple wrecks around it that we can explore. Now, one thing that you could do, if you wanted to, is to pre-plan for island travel by bringing enough supplies so that you have what it takes to create a shelter and a water container or a water creator right away, collector. I'm going to stop operating. I'm going to snap on the hook, and we're going to jump out and drag this thing up onto the shore. Now let's see what we've got right away. Okay, there's a giant crab right there. I don't see pigs, which would be a godsend, but you want to pick up most of this stuff. I'm going to get the aloe, get the corrugated scrap. All of this we can use for making our raft. Okay, stick. I want it. Rocks and stuff. We want this. I'm going to hold C, and I'm going to quick craft a crude spear. The spear is for fighting. If anything wants to mess with us, we're going to need to use that. And this is the gold. Palm saplings. This is what we need. First things first, and we might as well pin it. I'm going to jump up on this rock here. Okay. One of the things I always do when I get to an island is, provided it seems like I'm going to be okay, and this looks okay. You're not going to just find islands without threats once you get off the starter island, usually. It's just, the game just gets more dangerous. I'm going to push C, and I'm going to open up, and I'm going to pin the recipe for a shelter. We need rope, we need sticks, we need palm. Those ingredients will always be on these islands around the starter island, and we need them, and you want to make it right away so that you can save the game. Okay. Pig. Pig. Run. Yep. Bad. Go into the water if you have to. Okay. So, the pig hit us, and you could see it really didn't do too much damage to us. It looks awful. The whole screen turns red, but it is upsetting. And this is why we might not want to go to this island. You can find islands that only have crabs and not pigs, and the pigs are, like these big ones, are generally a lot worse. Oh, this isn't even necessarily a big one. Oh, no, it is. It's a giant hog, yeah. The babies won't be aggressive, but the giant hog will be aggressive. Now, you see that their pathing is just absurd. Like, it doesn't even make sense what it's doing. It's walking on the sky and things like that. So, there's a very real possibility that I'm going to leave and go to a different island. This is our island back here. Let's go to that island. Well, we could do that. But you can also attempt to survive by just going away from the big pig. And what we need to do is craft ourselves a shelter. The reason we have to craft a shelter is so we can save the game, so we don't have to swim all the way over here again, because it's a pain in the butt. Now, I'll show you as well some things that we can do. The easiest way to beat these pigs is, quite frankly, to cheese them with the environment. You can throw these spears as well. Okay, I'm going to get the sticks. Not enough room in the inventory. Okay, fine, no problem. Here's what we're going to do. I should have not brought this coconut flask, but I did. I'm going to drop the coconut, and I'm going to... how am I doing sun-wise? Actually, I'm doing okay. I'm going to drop the steel. I don't need to carry it right now. We'll get it later. What we got to do is make our shelter. We can put these items on our container on our raft when we're ready. But just go ahead and pick up enough stuff. Oops. So that you could craft yourself a rope. And then now, look around. Make sure there's no pig. Just take a jump. Look around. Looks okay. I'm going to go over here, nice and far away. And I am going to craft a shelter. Right there. Hold E, save the game. So worst case scenario, if we die, we just load it, we run to our raft, and we go to a different island. But now we're set to start to harvest this island. We're just going to have to be careful, but it's good practice to be in because this is what it's like once you get away from your starter island. You just have some bigger threats that you have to contend with. I'm going to run over here and just see... Yeah, the pig might have gone back to its lair area, which is good for us. Okay, everybody. Well, I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. We've made it now off the starter island. Things are getting a little bit dicier, but we should be okay. We've saved the game as a fallback, and we're ready to explore. I'll check you in the next episode, everyone. Take care.